In our modern world, genuine community and deep-rooted friendships appear to be fading. Ironically, as social media platforms have grown to connect us virtually, they've also distanced us in reality. We're more connected than ever before, yet paradoxically, we're growing lonelier as the days pass. Among this backdrop, Sigma males stand out as a distinctive type of man. Their approach to friendships is very unusual. They often have very few friends, if any at all. Not because they're antisocial or cold, but because they prioritize deep, meaningful connections over the superficial many. Sigma males may come across as aloof or even arrogant to some, which could lead to misconceptions that they reject the concept of friendship. This, however, couldn't be further from the truth. Their unique way of life and their quest for genuine relationships simply makes it challenging for them to find many authentic friends in a world where such friendships are growing increasingly more rare day by day. So why is it that Sigma males have little to no friends? Well, in this video, I'll be discussing 8 dark truths about why Sigma males have no friends. Number 1. They would rather be alone than in bad company. In our modern society, an increasing number of people, out of sheer desperation to alleviate loneliness, are willing to endure toxic, manipulative behavior from others for the semblance of companionship. This is a compromise that a Sigma male will never make. They are not prone to the desperation of loneliness. In fact, they thrive in solitude. The quiet calm of their own company is infinitely preferable to them than the draining chaos that comes with toxic relationships. They would rather be alone than be in the presence of people who lower their standards, compromise their values, or disrupt their peace. In essence, for a Sigma male, solitude is a shield that protects them from the potential sleaze of bad company. Number 2. They prefer to associate with people of the same intelligence or higher. In this increasingly complex world, Sigma males often find themselves with a small handful of friends, or none at all, not out of aloofness, but rather because they seek intellectual stimulation and growth. Abiding by the idea that you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with, Sigma males strive to build connections with those who match or exceed their own intellectual prowess. This mindset allows them to constantly push their boundaries, gaining insights and wisdom through their chosen friends. However, this approach doesn't lend itself well to fostering a lot of friendships. True intellectual peers are few and far between in today's world, and those who do meet the Sigma's criteria are often as relentlessly dedicated to their pursuits as Sigmas are themselves, engrossed in their own paths of achievement and greatness. Essentially, a Sigma's unique criterion often results in a naturally smaller or sadly non-existent circle of companionship. Number 3. They have no fear of missing out on trends or fads. In a world obsessed with trends and popular culture, Sigma males often find themselves disconnected from the mainstream, thereby limiting their friend circle. They have little interest in the latest gossip, drama, or the so-called hot topics that glue many friend groups together. Unmoved by the fear of missing out, they would rather delve into topics and interests that hold true value and intrigue for them. While this individuality empowers them, it can also create a sense of otherness, making them less relatable to those whose bonds are built on shared participation in trends and fads. Consequently, the Sigma male's selective interests and aloofness from fleeting popular culture often lead them to have fewer friends in a society where fitting in is commonly valued over standing out. Number 4. They don't trust 99% of people. The stark reality for Sigma males is that their social circles tend to be smaller or non-existent due to their inherent lack of trust in most people. This mistrust is not baseless, but rather a result of past experiences and a deep understanding of human behavior. Armed with a strong grasp of social psychology and emotional intelligence, Sigma males comprehend that many humans are driven by self-interest, a trait they've witnessed firsthand through prior betrayals or disappointments. This awareness makes them extremely cautious about letting people in, creating a barrier that few can breach. While this cautious approach protects them from potential harm, it also acts as a double-edged sword. Their guarded nature inadvertently affects their ability to form new connections, often leading them to a lonely path, fostering few or even no friendships. This, in essence, is the dark reality of being a Sigma male in a world driven by social interaction. Number 5. They don't stay in one place for too long. The transient lifestyle of Sigma males is a fundamental reason for their minimal or complete lack of friendships. Driven by an insatiable curiosity and a longing for adventure, Sigmas rarely root themselves in one place for long periods. Their lives resemble a continuous journey, a quest for new experiences and exploration of the unknown, reflecting their inherent desire to live life on their own terms. While this nomadic way of life is liberating and adventurous, it comes at a cost: the ability to maintain long-standing friendships. Frequently being on the move makes it challenging to nurture relationships that require proximity and consistent interaction, which are the usual hallmarks of close friendships. While others may have a close-knit group of lifelong friends, Sigma males, true to their solitary nature, usually don't. This is the trade-off of their independent and nomadic lifestyle, a sacrifice they willingly make for the sake of their curiosity and freedom. Number 6. Friends typically only revolve around common activities. In today's fast-paced world, friendships are often centered around shared activities, hobbies, or interests. These connections can be temporary, waning as time goes on, and people move on. People's increasing inability to keep in touch only exacerbates this situation. Sigma males, however, are a particularly unique case in this trend. It's not that they can't maintain friendships or don't value them. Rather, they don't feel a pressing need to have numerous friendships in their lives. They are comfortable in their solitude and don't typically feel the need to regularly reach out and nurture friendships. Their comfort in solitude means they don't experience the same pressure or need to constantly connect with others, which can often result in fewer friendships than is typical for others. But for Sigma males, that is perfectly okay. Number 7. They filter out their fake friends from their real friends. A Sigma's understanding of friendship goes beyond the superficial norms that society often promotes. Instead, they value trust, reliability, and mutual respect above all. Sigma men don't easily let others into their lives. Hence, if a person they trust enough to make plans with disregards that trust by canceling or not showing up on multiple occasions, they see it as disrespectful. Once is fine. However, repeated toxic behavior is cut short real quick with a Sigma. They are not the kind to give out second chances easily. For them, actions speak louder than words. It's one thing to claim friendship, but another to prove it through actions. Sigmas expect people to demonstrate their worthiness of his time and respect. It's a tough standard, and understandably, not many can meet it. This rigorous filtration process often results in Sigma males having fewer friends. But for a Sigma male, it's quality over quantity when it comes to friendships. The sad truth is that Sigmas are all about mutual respect. They only want to be treated the same way they treat others. However, for most people in today's society, it seems to be too hard to keep up with the Sigma's word. Number 8. They don't relate to many people on everyday topics. Sigma males are known for their uncommon interests and abstract thought processes, which often separates them from the mainstream conversations that dominate social circles. The everyday talk about weather or sports typically doesn't engage them. They seek deeper, more stimulating dialogues, drawn to unique and complex subjects. However, not many people share these particular interests or possess the depth to engage in such discussions, creating a communication gap between Sigma males and the majority. This alienation in conversation naturally leads to fewer friendships, as people often bond over shared interests and commonalities. For Sigma males, their unique tastes and intellectual curiosity are often a barrier rather than a bridge in forging common friendships. The dark truth about Sigma males is that while it's true they stand outside of the social hierarchy and are men of strong discipline and action, they have a hard time relating to most people, which forces them to become comfortable in their solitude. For a Sigma, he might be alone, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's lonely. If you agree with the points I made in this video, let me know in the comments. For more videos on Sigma males, check out some other videos on this channel. Thank you for watching. For those looking to achieve greatness, like the video and subscribe for more. We upload multiple times per week. Click here to see why no one can control a Sigma male.